Hey all, you're watching Beat TV. I'm Tegan and I'm on this lovely balcony with Jake from Blue Juice. How are you, Jake?
Well,
Whoa, a little worse for wear on your album release day.
oh yeah, thank you. I am excited about it, but also a little bit hungover, hence the vomiting.
Of course, the album is Company. It's got 12 delicious new tracks. Released today. It's had a bit of a build-up. Are you kind of nervous about how it's going to be received to the general public?
No, because we feel like we know how the general public will usually receive us. So I'm not nervous. I'm kind of like resigned to our fate to some degree. And there's no point in being nervous because it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm excited mostly. I hope people like it.
A lot of similar sounds that we've heard from you guys before, a lot of disco synths, funky bass lines. It's very danceable, but people are kind of saying it's a little bit more of a mature release. Would you agree with that statement?
I think in terms of writing and production, it definitely is, partially because we've gotten a lot better at what we're doing in studio and generally, and also because the people who are doing stuff on it, like Alex Burnett and Julian from the Presets and Thomas Rawle is a good guitar player, like all of those people are excellent at what they do. So if you draft them in to do stuff, they're just generally going to do a good job regardless.
I was going to ask you about the collaborations. Like you said, Alex Barnett, of course, of Sparcadia, and Julian from the Presets helped pen a few of the songs on the album. How did those collaborations come about?
Alex and I, who is here probably a floor below us, I think.
He copped the vomit just then.
Yeah, he usually does. He's a good friend just from being around Sydney. We were both close friends in bands, you know. With Julian, it was more just like I'd met him a fair few times and he's also a complete professional and a very nice guy, and I just thought his type of thing would suit the type of song that we were doing, and it went well. I mean, we sort of went to his home studio. It was out in the garden of his house, and you know, he kind of sang into the mic a bit, kind of like the Presets, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy that he's doing that and I'm right here. And then we sort of translated that into some words and put the chords in the right spot and made it a bit Joe Jackson-y, and that was it.
Along with the whole maturity in the songwriting process, I can sense that there's a lot of kind of heartbreak in the album, particularly with songs like Shock, which Alex Burnett helped you out with, and Aspen, New York.
That's right.
There's just a bit of heartbreak in those songs.
That's well observed.
Yeah, even though it's on top of really danceable, upbeat melodies. So what kind of went on with you guys? Is there a story behind that?
Weirdly, it's funny, the record was being written over a period of about a year or so, and I have been in and out of probably my most serious relationship really the only real relationship I've kind of ever had. And you know, at the time of writing, I guess sort of was starting to not really work out for whatever reason, and I guess I was obviously writing about that, but I didn't realise it was kind of about that. I thought it was a bit more general. You don't realise that you know what's happening at the time until later, I guess.
Is it kind of good therapy for you then to get it out into a song?
Yes, there's good therapy and there's good reality, and you know, it's not a good reality to have broken up with a person I really loved a great deal, and for that essentially to be really my fault, and also for her to have now moved to New York, which is pretty heartbreaking for me.
So it's a little bit bittersweet. So you've lost
Mostly
someone you
bitter.
love, but you're having a hell of a good time now. Yay!
Yeah. Oh no, I am. I don't want to depress anyone and blah blah. I have a habit of doing that, but yeah, no, songwriting is songwriting. Like, I love doing it because I love doing it. And it's nice to have something genuine to write about, but I wouldn't court those experiences, or at least if I did, I've certainly learnt my lesson, you know what I mean? It's not fun having your relationship fuck up, and this lifestyle, although it's great, you have to then totally go for that, not for relationships, if that's what you're going for, you know? And I kind of wish that I hadn't totally gone for the music thing, but I'm glad that I did because I love music. It's just it's not a warm environment all the time.
Yeah. You've just been announced on a Big Day Out lineup for next year. Last time you played was in 2010. At Splendour this year, you had an amazing set with some glow-in-the-dark suits and heaps of awesome stage antics. Is it going to be similar to that?
Well, with that production, the show that you saw at Splendour was a dry run for this festival season, so we will be doing that, basically that exact show for Big Day Out. All that production cost a whole lot of money, like so much money. We're obviously going to use it again because you don't spend 40 grand on something and then throw it away.
Gus must be rolling in it, just quietly.
No,
I'm joking.
It was our whole fee for that gig. We were like,
They
thank you,
actually did
Splendor.
get paid.
Here you go, production costs. So we're traveling all of those projections plus making a few more, and we're going to use the same HD projector, which is like what they use on the Opera House for that Vivid Festival. It's like a fucking powerful colour projector. I want to kind of make the staging of the show a little more in the way of the projection, so a lot of that bleeds over the costumes.
Thanks so much for chatting to us today, Jake.
Thank you.
I'm Tegan, you're watching Beat TV. Jake from Blue Juice.